live. We live?
We live. I was putting us on the hashtaggers group.
Well, it's too late now. We're live.
Oh my gosh, we are live.
Hey.
From Manhattan Beach. It's Saturday night.
We're in Anaheim, actually. No.
Oh, from Anaheim, it's Saturday night. Roll credits.
No. Hey guys, welcome to After Dark. As you can see, Joe's not here, so you're stuck with me, and you have Migdalia, who's always here.
They're not stuck with us.
Huh?
This is the A squad.
This is your show.
No, I haven't been here in a while.
Just last week.
Feels like strangers.
Last week. So first off, let's take care of some housekeeping. You want to start off? What do you want to start off with?
Housekeeping. Guys, I'm about to post to our Facebook THS Hashtaggers group. Again, as is our public group on Facebook where we continue the discussion after our live shows. We talk about anything and everything. We have people posting about their fan fictions and news from our website and other sites. It's just a fun way to kind of, converse with us here.
Yes. Also, we have a TeePublic store. TeePublic, they have some great shirts. We have an actual store there. The link is in the bio. And I think, I may be wrong, but I think there's still a sale. So instead of $20, it's $14. Not only can you get that stuff put on shirts, you can get that put on mugs, on iPhone cases, on laptop cases, anything you can print something on it. So it's really cool. And for $14, you can't beat it. We also have that super chat button. The super chat button helps support the show. It helps keeps the lights on and helps pay for the internet so we can live stream to you every week. And we know how much you guys love that.
Yes.
Also, the super chat button helps knock down Larry on that boss bar. Larry already has a ticket to PowerMorphCon, but if you beat him, if you get that bar down, you can get a free weekend pass to PowerMorphCon.
Oh my gosh.
That hashtag show's biggest convention, not biggest, but
you're gonna see us there, guys. Who knows who you're gonna run into from the show.
We're throwing the official after party, the Andrew Grove prom, so you guys should just jump on and try to beat Larry because he's already winning. So he doesn't need another ticket. So yeah.
I guess we're about to approach prom season too. So this was like the best time to get your outfit. And I was just thinking back. I was like, wow, I haven't had to go shopping for a prom dress in many
10 years. 10 years.
When I say many, that meant like I didn't want to reveal.
10 years for me, so I don't know.
Well, what did you do? You just rented a tux?
No, I bought a tux. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where it's at.
We got a badass over here.
Was that little meme where it's like...
Yeah. Ooh, we got a badass over here.
Yeah, so what else did we miss? Yeah, THS Hashtaggers.
No, we got them all three. We have three. Awesome. And we also hope you guys are watching our Krypton After Show, which is our collaboration with Nerd HQ.
Wednesday, yeah.
It takes place on Wednesdays.
Superman.
Yeah.
I like Superman.
Yeah. So last week we did not have an after show. I mean, we were talking about it in the hotel for a while. Like, should we just do it? Should we do it? What are we gonna do? And they were like, let's enjoy ourselves because we worked a lot at WonderCon. Me and Josh were actually in the hotel room last week doing articles until at least I stopped at midnight. I think he kept going after that.
Was it the second night or first night?
Saturday. It was Saturday night. So if you guys go to our website, we were pumping out articles all weekend long.
What do you think your biggest article came from WonderCon?
I mean, I know we don't have a huge horror fan base here, but I liked what came out of my Fear the Walking Dead roundtable press interviews. Lenny James, who plays Morgan, he kind of hinted that we're going to see his son, who, spoiler alert, was
killed. He was killed. He had to kill him. He
was killed, but it wasn't explicitly said that Morgan killed him. It was all ambiguous. So people think like he's either dead, Morgan did kill him, or he could be alive as a zombie. So he kind of confirmed last weekend that Dwayne's still walking around there like a zombie.
His name's Dwayne?
Yeah.
I don't remember his name being Dwayne. There was a character in The Last of Us that kind of reminded me a lot of Morgan and his son. Like they had a scene where I think the son went to go save the wife or the mom, and he got bit.
Oh no! Spoilers! That is literally #1 on my GameFly queue.
That game,
and I cannot get it.
You have GameFly?
Yeah, because it was like $13.50 for 2 games at a time for 3 months, so it's a good deal. But they always have a low inventory, so I'm never gonna get this game.
Yeah. I mean, I can let you borrow. I have it. And anyway, so
Wait. When can I get that from you before I leave town?
I can send you the link. You're gonna just have to sign into my PlayStation account.
Oh, it's a digital?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was I saying? Yeah, there's a scene where it's not spoiled. It's 24. That was 2014. That's 4 years ago. If you haven't played,
but video games are different. I'm not gonna tell you what happened at the end of The Walking Dead season 1 Telltale game, cause I just think everyone has to play that for themselves.
So if you got the news that Morgan's gonna be in Fear the Walking Dead, does that mean they're gonna kill him off in Walking Dead? You think?
No, because he's going to Fear the Walking Dead.
I know, because Fear the Walking Dead's before Walking Dead.
No, the timelines are now synced up.
Oh, they're synced up. Mm-hmm. So he's gonna leave Walking Dead.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So they run into the group there.
I was hoping that was before, but who knows?
I
haven't even seen that.
How's everyone doing in the chat there? We have Ryan, Earl Wizard Ryder Thomas, Alan Cavillo, Edward Sanchez Productions, Anna Miles Cat, Layla, me. Wait, how am I in there? Oh, I said hi. And that is it for now. We don't even have a rundown. I don't know what to throw to.
What
do you have first up?
We have...
well, we'll tell you what we're going to do on the show. Mm-hmm. So we have go ahead.
We saw Batman Ninja and we saw
Suicide Squad,
so
Hell to Pay.
Yes. So we have some videos from that. Which one do you want to go to first?
Let's go to Batman Ninja. I think a lot of people were looking. No, let's go to Suicide Squad. Hell to Pay.
Interviews or 5 for 5?
We will do the 5 for 5 first.
Okay.
So Jordan did attend the world premiere. WB every year usually likes to do their world premieres of their animated movies at WonderCon.
Which are normally really good. I like them.
Yeah, I liked Assault on Arkham that came out a couple years ago.
Under the Red Hood.
Yeah.
Flashpoint Paradox. All of them are really great.
Teen Titans.
Yep, Teen Titans. Yeah. The Judas Contract. So many good ones. Yep.
Yeah. So Jordan over here is going to give you 5 things that she did like about the film and 5 things that she didn't like about the film, and she felt really strongly about this.
Yeah. Let's go to Jordan.
Jordan, take it away.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm at Lambertra and we're here at WonderCon. I'm going to be giving you my 5 for 5 for Suicide Squad. Not that Suicide Squad, the Academy Award-winning film by David Ayers, the new Suicide Squad, Suicide Squad Hell to Pay, an animated feature that's coming out digitally March 27th and to DVD and Blu-ray on April 10th. So this Suicide Squad was written by Alan Burnett, who has had a hand in basically every animated thing since Super Friends all the way up to now. And this was his last script that he worked on before announcing his retirement. So that being said, kudos to Alan Burnett. You have had a great career. It's got a fantastic voice cast. It's got Billy Brown, Kristen Bauer, Ben Stratton, Christian Slater, Greg Grunberg, stars upon stars upon stars. So the voice acting is absolutely amazing, and I really did appreciate what they did as far as assembling a really great cast and crew on this movie. The second thing that I really liked about this movie is that it did have a huge cast of characters. That's why they had so many great voice actors. You get Captain Boomerang, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Bronze Tiger, Amanda Waller, Zoom is in this movie, Professor Pig is in this movie, Scandal Savage, tons and tons and tons of characters, and not characters that we're used to seeing in the animated world or that we're used to seeing out of the comic book. So it is really great to see these characters in a new light and in a different way. So without giving too much of the movie away, the plot is really fun. The Suicide Squad basically goes on this road trip to find this mystical artifact. And it does have kind of like a Cannonball Run type, they're all in an RV going on a trip together, driving across the USA feel. So it is a really fun story watching the Suicide Squad try and get this mystical, magical thing for Amanda Waller. Speaking of plot, the fourth thing that I like about it, and probably the best thing about the plot of this movie, is that it does, at a certain point, tie to Justice League Flashpoint Paradox, which in my opinion is the best animated movie that DC has done since Bruce Timm wasn't at the helm anymore. I can't say how, because it will definitely spoil the movie for you, but it ties the two together, and that part is a really great payoff. All right, the last thing that I liked about this movie was that it was only 90 minutes long, so it was short, sweet, and to the point, and you didn't have to sit there for a long time, because to be honest with you guys, the movie wasn't that great. So, for the 5 things that I didn't like about this movie, and let me tell you, it was hard picking 5 things to like. It was pretty easy to find 5 things that I wasn't that crazy about. My first complaint is that honestly, it's just not Bruce Timm. Bruce Timm, if you don't know, was the head behind the Batman the Animated Series, The Adventures of Superman, the Zeta Project, like all those great DC animated properties from the 90s were all basically came out of the house of Bruce Timm. And Bruce Timm really understood Batman and DC Comics, and he told the stories in an honest way, but in a way that was still friendly for television and friendly for kids. This movie, not so friendly for kids. It has an R rating, which brings me to the second thing that I didn't like about this movie. There was a lot of gratuitous violence and nudity in it, to be quite honest. Like, I am not a prude by any means, but I don't ever need to see a cartoon titty in my life. Like, there was no need for that in the film. They reference drug use, they reference prostitution. It's very gory and violent. You see people's heads get literally blown up. Like, it was a bit much. I understand trying to be gritty and realistic and push the envelope, but like, it was too much. I don't need R-rated animated films. So the third thing that I didn't like about the movie was that it just tried too hard to be trendy. Like, I understand that there's a time and a place for pop culture relevance, and I think that Black Panther really hit it on the head, or the head on the nail when Shuri made her like, "What are those?" joke. And it felt really appropriate and part of the script. This movie had a lot of like little pop culture references or jokes that just weren't funny. Like, a lot of the sarcasm just didn't land, in my opinion. And so I think they could have come back and just tweaked the dialogue a little bit. The fourth thing about this movie is that it definitely just dropped you into the middle of the story and assumed that you had knowledge of DC Comics and the Suicide Squad in itself. It's not really being marketed as a companion piece to any other movie, and so I think they could have taken some time to introduce the world that we're in just a little bit more, introduce Amanda Waller, introduce the concept of the Suicide Squad, because it definitely relied on the fact that they felt the viewer might have previous knowledge of what the Suicide Squad was or read the comic book, and for somebody green coming in and watching this, it wouldn't have made a whole lot of sense. My fifth and final gripe about this movie is that there were things that were just hard to believe. And while I'm sitting in a comic book movie and I have suspended my disbelief, I had no issue latching on to Dr. Fate or Professor Pig, but there's a sequence where a fire escape basically becomes detached from a building and falls on the other 4 fire escapes and they all break. There's also a sequence with an elevator that just didn't play out to me. Like, there are certain things about it that it became really hard to suspend my disbelief. Like, even in the world of comic books, there's just stuff that wouldn't happen that way. All right, so that was my 5 for 5 for Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. I'll say if you have 90 minutes to spare and there's nothing else you want to watch, go ahead and give it a whirl. But on the whole, don't clear a schedule for it.
Back. Oh my God, and we're back! I was like watching the clip and I was like, wait, are we coming back? Is it about time?
Yeah, it's I want to see it though. When
really?
Does it come out? I think it comes out. I think
April.
It already came out digital.
Oh yeah, it did March 27th. Mm-hmm. Batman Ninja's like April 7th or 11th, one of those dates. What other Suicide Squad news that do we have? With De Niro Ramirez. No, shit.
What's her name?
No, I know her name. Denaya Ramirez.
Oh yeah, you got to interview them, didn't you?
I did. Not that we're gonna air that at the second. I just want to know what you have.
I have all yours.
Was it the one with Greg Grunberg?
Yeah, there's a little bit of
Okay, so that one came in. Okay, cool. So, yes, that was Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. Jordan wasn't a huge fan. There is a lot of consensus that fans don't really like the fact that it seems to be hardcore rated R, but it is the Suicide Squad.
They have been doing that. The last one that they did a rated R one.
The Killing Joke.
The Killing Joke. Which, that one it didn't get.
Okay.
It didn't do too well either.
It didn't do too well, but that was mostly because of the treatment of Barbara Gordon and like the unnecessary.
It's like, why are you having sex with Batman?
Yes, that was the weirdest. It was the weirdest scene too. At first, I was like, "Oh my God, here comes the purest fans."
She was like an abused. There's like it was weird.
The funniest part is when she took off her uniform and it was just like. It came off like it was nothing, but it also like didn't even deserve the rated R. Like the R rating, like
was it the intended rape scene or the shooting of her in the back?
I don't know. I think it probably was violence. Maybe it had some blood. Maybe there was a boob. I don't know. I can't really remember.
This one had a boob in it. Suicide Squad had a boob in it.
Yeah. Hashtag Jordan does not need to see any cartoon titties. I cracked up when she said that one. So other news that came out, not from WonderCon, but very recently, and in the chat, I want to hear your opinion. So 2 major movies got a big push this week.
Which ones?
Do you know which ones?
X-Men.
Which X-Men?
The one that's coming out. X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Yes.
With Sophie Turner.
Yes, and...
New Mutants.
Yes. The 2 X-Men films have been pushed back. Thank you.
2 Fox properties got pushed.
2 Fox properties.
I understand the reason for the first one. Well, actually, no. How far along in production are they into Dark Phoenix?
No, they're both done.
They're done?
They're both have been done. Sure, a lot of post has been done on both films. But, let me see. I want to see the dates. So, let's see. New Mutants has been pushed to, not February 22nd. It's been pushed later than that. I think it was like August. Should have been prepared for this.
Yeah, probably a little bit. But yeah, I also, it sucks that X-Men didn't get released this year because, Ty Sheridan would have been,
Had one of those years.
One of those years, He's in Ready Player One, where he's wearing a visor, and then he's going to be wearing a visor again as Cyclops. How do you like him as Cyclops? How do you see him as a good young Cyclops?
He didn't really get much to do. They gave all the meat to, Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
I will tell you that I did see Ready Player One, and I was not impressed. I felt like his avatar was more compelling.
Was it because
than he was?
I was thrown off by it because I thought it was going to be. I didn't know it was going to be a lot of in the Oasis stuff, like a lot of them as their characters. I didn't like his character design, like what his avatar looked like.
I liked it. It was kind of like anime-ish. Mikey Perez asks, is Dark Phoenix a reboot? It is not.
No, it's the sequel to X-Men Apocalypse.
Yes, it is still part of the First Class universe of films, which is all in one universe, basically.
Yeah. Well, they did a soft reboot kind of thing.
Yeah, back in 2011.
With Days of Future Past.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, what had happened in the first 3 X-Men movies, they kind of happened, but there are little things that didn't happen. Like, obviously, Cyclops didn't die, and Jean Grey didn't die either.
Obviously, they did not.
They did not. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them continuing.
So X-Men Dark Phoenix has been pushed to Valentine's Day of next year.
That's not too far.
No, that's only 3 months. And then New Mutants, which was supposed to release in March of this year, this past month, was pushed to February of next year, is now being pushed to August of next year. So they have 3
more months.
Date moves, which that would indicate for a film in this business that it is complete trash and the studio has no faith in it.
When was the last time the studio did this with a movie?
World War Z.
Oh.
And there was something way more recent than that, but I cannot think what it... Jack the Giant Slayer got pushed back quite a few times.
Shit about Jack. That's a Fox movie too, isn't it?
It is a Fox movie. So their reasoning is for Dark Phoenix is that they want to retool a lot of the third act. They need to do reshoots, but unfortunately, because half their cast are in-demand actors, they can't get them all back together until August, September. Most specifically, Sophie Turner, who is currently filming the final season of Game of Thrones. So, in order to get the post-production, cleaned up and finished and everything, they need to push it back 3 months, which, take note, Justice League people.
Yeah, they don't want
WB.
They don't want no mustaches in there. They want Sophie Turner to come in and digitally remove her mustache.
They don't want to put in, Femke Janssen. We're going to just put her face on Sophie Turner's body. So that's the reasoning for Dark Phoenix being pushed back. New Mutants. Okay, so here's what I read the other day. Josh Boone really wanted New Mutants to be more of a horror X-Men film, and Fox didn't feel confident about that. They were like, no, let's stick to the old formula, blah, blah, blah. We don't think that this is going to hit very well.
I like that trailer, though.
It was a great trailer, but that didn't come out until It came out, or maybe just before It. But basically, WB released It, and that was a mega hit, an R-rated horror film with teenagers, or teenage characters in it.
Teenagers kids. They were kids. They weren't teenagers.
Yeah. Well, they were kids. Yeah, they were kids. So basically, Fox was like, "Oh, wait, our audience has evolved. This could probably work." So then they did release a trailer. That trailer was hot. People were talking about it, and we're really, really excited about this. So they're like, "Oh shit, the movie is nothing like the trailer."
Why would you even make a trailer if it wasn't gonna be that? And like, why would you portray it some different way?
It's false marketing, which happens with quite a lot of films, basically. So the first round of reshoots were to make it more scary, and then that's what happened with the first pushback date. So it was pushed to February of next year. Then the second round of reshoots is so they could add another character.
Ooh, someone big in the X-Men universe.
Someone big. So the first rumor, it was supposed to be John Hamm doing Mr. Sinister, but apparently they cut that. So they're trying to bring in another character, another A-list actor. We don't know who yet.
You think they don't have faith in their young cast right now?
I don't think it's that. I think they want to create their own little mini Josh Boone universe. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure who it could be. It could still be John Hamm. They could be throwing us off the trail.
They could be thrown off too by what's her name? Maisie Williams is also in the film, and she's also doing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maisie Williams is also in New Mutants.
So a few of the X-Men universe.
Yeah, I definitely forgot about that. Yeah, that could definitely explain that.
You got the kid from Stranger Things, so they're going to start filming Stranger Things season 3. So there's a ton of different scheduling conflicts that will slow it down a little bit more, unless with New Mutants they're just changing a little bit of it, adding a different character where they don't have to reshoot the scenes with these characters. But even though they're still gonna have a few reshoots just to fill in the blank.
Well, it sounds like they're changing a lot of the New Mutants movie, which is why it's getting pushed back so far out.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna do more than X-Men Dark Phoenix is. I don't know why X-Men Dark Phoenix is retooling so much of their third act, but that tells me that they're gonna change a lot of things that have already been reported. So here we reported that there's a major character that is going to die from the first class members. So that was James McAvoy, or who plays Professor X, or Magneto, or Mystique, or Beast.
It's gonna be Mystique.
You think?
Mystique or Beast. Both of those people are done with the franchise.
Nicholas Hoult?
He's done with the franchise. And Mystique, for sure, she's been done a long time ago. And I'm tired of seeing Mystique. I don't understand why they focused a few movies on Mystique.
Yeah.
Mystique is not... No offense to you, I know you like Mystique.
No. I like Mystique, comic Mystique, and animated series Mystique. I do not like Jennifer Lawrence. I like Rebecca Romijn Mystique. I do not like Jennifer Lawrence Mystique.
So Fox they're fucking up a lot of shit at the studios, because that story came out with Donald Glover's Deadpool thing.
I mean, Fox is a mess. Yes, when it comes to these, their MCU, their own MCU. But when it comes to more of their standalone films, they're a great studio. But yeah, you're right. Donald Glover. That was more FX than Fox. It is a different division.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's still technically.
Yeah, it's under umbrella.
Because
they're not fucking up with the Deadpool movieverse.
Not the Deadpool movieverse.
Yes.
But for some reason, I guess Donald Glover during the week he released the actual script of the first few episodes of what the Deadpool animated series was. And
was it that, or he created a whole new script in 24 hours? About his release and everything, because he was like, Fox, if they tell you I didn't have time, well, I didn't, and he had actually wrote a script for that, but that was
saying something along the lines that it was too, I don't know, they were being racist about it or something.
I don't know. It was really iffy that he was doing that, because his show Atlanta is on FX, so he was pretty much biting the hand that feeds him. And I was like, Donald, what are you doing? Not that you should be a kiss ass, and especially as a creative.
Donald does not need to sell out to anybody. He is a super
talented. But I think he does have a giant ego.
You think so?
I like the guy, I do, but that was a bad move, and he obviously thought so, or his PR person, or maybe FX contacted him because he deleted everything from his social media profile.
That's usually the case with some of these stuff. Not a lot of celebrities like to stand their ground on what they believe in. So when their PR tells them delete it, they just immediately delete it. Because once you mess up in Hollywood, it's going to be harder for you to get any work. Look at Brendan Fraser. I haven't seen Brendan Fraser in anything except for that one.
He's on the new FX show. Trust.
That new TV show.
Yeah.
That they had about all the money, or the same story of all the money.
Yeah. Trust.
He looks stupid. He looks like a retard.
You mean he looks older?
No, he I don't know. I've never taken Brendan Fraser seriously.
We got Tony and Marco in the chat now.
Tony and Marco, I bet you did he put the beers up?
He put the beers. He put the beers in, fam. Guys, the Tony Q in there, that's Marco. He's one of our frequent cameramen. And he always uses the beer emojis, and we make fun of that.
I think that's like probably top on his most recent emojis.
The most recent emojis list. But I just don't know. Like, it's very interesting that FX canceled the Deadpool show with Donald Glover, because they did move Archer to FXX, which was also a weird move to me that they did a couple years ago.
Archer was originally just on FX?
Yeah.
So FXX is more like putting it behind a paywall where you have to...
Yeah. So maybe they're just like want to veer away from that Family Guy-esque like animated content. Which doesn't make sense because they have American Horror Story. We don't know the real story, and we may never know the real story now. But
honestly, despite everything that he's going through, I respect the hell out of Donald Glover and his grind.
Well, speaking of his grind, yeah, he's a good dude. I think he's going to be the best thing about the Solo film, because oh my God, I saw that trailer in the movie, and once Alden what's his face started speaking, I'm like,
but did you see the Beastie Boys trailer one? That made it look a little bit better.
Like the one they used in Star Trek, Beastie Boys? Yeah. Oh, come on.
If you watch it and listen to it, it's...
Well, speaking of X-Men, I was able to interview, what was it, Calypso?
Calypso.
Was that her name in X-Men Last Stand?
Yeah, she was also on Heroes.
Yes, she was also in Heroes.
She was the love interest in Fat Albert.
Okay. And that would be the lovely Danya Ramirez. She voices a character in the Suicide Squad Hell to Pay film.
What's her name? Vandal Savage?
Yeah, Scandal Savage, yes. And we also had another Heroes alum, J.J. Abrams alum, crash into my interview, which was pretty fun. So let's roll that clip, Jezzer. Roll that beautiful bean flip.
You're wearing your Star Wars shirt, dude. I gotta give you credit.
Okay, great. So what kind of impression do you want to leave the fans with after they see your performance tonight? Or in general for this film?
A badass with a heart. I think that's the impression that I want them to come out with Scandal Savage. You know, she is a badass, and she's a woman of not that, very few words, but an incredible presence. And also, you get to see a bit of her vulnerability by the end of the film, and that's something that I really want people to kind of grasp and get. That it's not just, there's no evil without some kind of good, right? And yeah, there's always a gray, and I think she's that kind of character that sometimes rides in the gray, and that's very cool.
Sold out that fast. We have Heroes fans, and they want to know if that show comes back, what would you want to see for your character?
I want to laugh a lot. For Heroes fans around the world, I think if the character ever comes back, I just want to laugh. I feel like maybe there was something that happened with my power, and instead of crying all the time, I get to laugh all the time. I think that's gonna be better.
That has to take a lot out of you.
Yeah, it's like it was a great journey. I worked with the most amazing people. Tim Kring is one of the best creators that I've ever worked with, and so it was a beautiful experience. It does take a lot out of you when you have to show to work and constantly crying from the moment you get there to the moment you leave. And I think she was very, the character, because the season that I came in, the writers went on strike and we didn't really get to finish off that arc. I would love to really see something happen within that, her issues, and really tackle who she really was and her purpose within not only the show but within that particular life.
And another chapter of, I guess, your TV life is kind of ending with Once Upon a Time. So how has that been? Has it been like senior year of high school?
Yeah, it has been, but it's been great. It's also when you have senior year of high school, you're also excited about going to college, And the beautiful thing is, we're looking at the final episode. Think of it as your prom, and you're going to get to see everybody that you haven't seen in a long time. And it's going to be a beautiful reunion. I've been a fan of the show. I was a fan of the show before I got to be on the show. So for me, it's going to be a true honor to get to work with Snow White and, Charming, and really go back to Storybrooke. That's going to be really exciting. And I think, in that way, Eddie and Adam did an incredible job writing the final episode to really reel in and bring back a lot of those the concepts from season 1 through season 7, and really combine them all into a beautifully written script. Yeah.
So they're really going to tie the story together then.
Oh, absolutely. And everybody gets to have their happy ending as well. I call that. I'm really excited about it. And, I have kids too, so it's really, I have a lot of motivation behind it.
Yeah. Look who we have behind you.
Heroes Reunion, right?
Heroes Reunion. I was just asking her, if Heroes were to come back, where would she want her character to go?
That's a good question.
I told him I want to laugh. I want to laugh all the time.
Seriously, I want to stop killing people. I came back. I did Heroes Reborn, and all I was doing was killing people. I'm like, where's the Matt Parkman that we love? What happened?
Yeah. So we're gonna switch it up.
Yeah, and here we are doing an R-rated Suicide Squad where there's so much blood. Exactly. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
What about Heroes, the animated series?
Good. We'll kill people and laugh.
We'll keep people alive.
Yeah, and well, you had black tears, remember?
I know. So now I'm gonna have Clear.
Yeah, exactly.
Clear coming back up and a lot of smiles.
That's right. Comedy. Comedy's in our future.
Comedy.
Killer comedy. What?
Comes up with the best.
Come on.
All right, you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Oh my gosh, and we have the change.
She's so pretty.
We're back.
She's so pretty. Have you guys seen Fat Albert? She's my favorite, Fat Albert.
Danya hasn't really changed a lot, and I'm really upset I didn't really get to talk to Greg and ask him any Star Wars questions.
Did you not get to interview him?
I did not. These things, guys, red carpet interviews are sometimes the worst.
So when he walked off, he's gone. He's already walking away.
Yeah. So Matt, who used to be here and did our comic book reviews, was actually the outlet next to me. So he was just like, oh my God, I'm missing Greg. And Greg actually went over to him, and Greg was supposed to get me next. But Danya was saying these really long answers, which is kind of sometimes you're just groaning inside as an interviewer. You're just like, okay, I love you, but I have to get this person too.
It's even more stressful is when they're talking, you're not even paying attention to anything they're saying. You see the person that you really want, and they're right next to you, and the person is still talking, and then you just see the person walk past you. It's like, yeah. Gone.
Yeah, gone. Yeah. No, I wanted my key people to get were her and Greg, and just I was getting all these other people, and I don't know, but it was a good interview nonetheless. So Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay. Maybe I'll see it. I don't know. I don't know, guys in the chat. What do you say? Are you gonna see it? Kat's not a huge DC fan, so she might not see either movie. Mikey says DC animated movie quality has gotten down, and Anamile says Greg Grunberg, smile. Yeah, he was fun for sure. So guys, in a few, we're actually going to be doing the Disney bracket. Transport me to Disney. So if you guys have Twitter, if you have Facebook, you've seen these brackets going around. There's a new one every day. So the one to really kick it off was the Disney Pixar bracket. Now there's so many brackets going on.
Yeah.
But I needed to find something that didn't have that many.
That superhero one? What the fuck?
Yeah, the superhero one was crazy, and I would have loved to do that, but that was just too much. Okay. So I'm not really sure how we're going to do this. This might just be between me and Jezzer, but we're going to get your input.
This will probably be the topic for when we have you guys call in, if you guys feel...
Yes, so you're going to help us decide on this bracket.
Find this bracket, and then we're going to... compare notes. I'm sure me and Migdalia will kind of choose here.
So we will be doing Skype, and we will be doing the Disney Pixar bracket with you guys. So be ready for that.
Well, I had the opportunity the first day that I got to WonderCon to watch the highly anticipated anime Batman Ninja, which was...
But isn't Batman already a ninja, guys?
He was trained by the League of Shadows, or League of Shadows, or League of Assassins. I don't know.
That was League of Shadows.
Is it League of Shadows? League of Shadows, which were ninjas. I get confused because in Arrow it's League of Assassins or something. But yeah, League of Shadows. And so he's technically a ninja. But yeah, I got to watch it. So we're gonna go to my 5 for 5 for the movie. So let's see when you guys watch it, you let us know what you. Hey guys, it's Jesse here with That Hashtag Show, and I'm going to give you a 5 for 5 for Batman Ninja.
Everyone's been calling me the most powerful man in Japan, the Demon King, Lord Joker.
Batman Ninja is this Batman anime film that they made where they threw Batman into feudal Japan, and he has to find his way to get back to modern day Gotham City by taking down Joker. Number 1, the character design. Every character in this had a cool little Japanese getup. Each villain had a different style. Bane came in as a sumo wrestler, and Batman even turned his bat cycle into this really cool bat armor. Number 2, I loved how Batman was so out of his element that he couldn't rely on his tech to get him out of this sticky situation. He immediately goes for his grappling hook to try to get out of this ambush that was getting ambushed by Joker and his men, but he realized that the buildings were so low he wasn't going to go anywhere. Number 3, probably the coolest scene in the whole movie. Joker has this big castle that turns into this robot, and Batman has to take him down with his Batmobile that he somehow got to feudal Japan. So he's attacking the castle in his Batmobile, and he gets attacked, it turns into a Batwing, then it turns into a Batcycle, then it turns into Bat armor, and that's what he uses to save the civilian that's going to get squashed by Joker's hand. So Joker's big castle robot is terrorizing all of Japan. So Robin uses a flute and calls all these monkeys, and they all combine into this really huge super monkey to fight this robot castle. Later on, Batman calls all these bats, and they combine with the super monkey, and they make this large version of Bob Kane's Batman. It was the coolest fight scene I've seen. They had this really cool scene where 5 robots combined into one huge robot. Each villain, Deathstroke, Penguin, Poison Ivy, Two-Face, had their own robot, and their robot and Joker's robot combined into this huge robot. And it was something out of Godzilla or Voltron. It was pretty amazing. Now for the 5 things I didn't like about the film. First off, I didn't like how long it took Batman to figure out that he couldn't do what he was doing in Gotham City here in feudal Japan to take down the Joker. The second thing I didn't like about this film is they didn't explain what each character was doing right before Batman jumped into feudal Japan. So in the story, Batman falls into feudal Japan a few years after the rest of the characters do, but they don't tell you what each character was doing up until that point. The third thing I didn't like about this film was the anime design. This was made by the guy that did Afro Samurai. I just feel like it didn't fit Batman's motif, his little aesthetic. The fourth thing I didn't like about this film is how inconsistent the story was. I know I described all these scenes with robots and giant monkeys and giant Batmans, but I feel like it didn't help the story. Number 5, I did not like Red Hood's story. Red Hood is probably one of my favorite Batman characters in the universe, and they immediately had him on Batman's team. I would have rather had him on the villain side, and then towards the end maybe he waits for Batman in his darkest hour and saves him. That seems like something Red Hood would do. So that was my 5 for 5 for Batman Ninja. Tell me what you thought about the film in the comment section below. If you like this video and are interested in seeing more 5 for 5s, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture. We're back!
And we're back! It's Saturday Night Live! Okay, guys.
Galia brought these.
I made them. Don't drop it.
Cupcakes. Because if you guys don't know, it's Josh's birthday today.
Woo!
It was Josh's birthday yesterday. And we didn't go because other obligations. But we brought him cupcakes and tequila.
Yes.
Because Josh loves tequila. But
although I learned last year Josh doesn't eat cake or some nonsense.
I do. And I gave up sweets for Easter, but you told me that Thursday was the last day, so
I did.
It's fine.
Lent is over.
Lent is over. So
I can have ramen come Wednesday. I'm excited!
This is super thick. Oh, well, I forgot.
You're not used to having thick things in your mouth?
That sounds bad. No, not even a little bit. I know what we can cut to. So we were at WonderCon.
We were.
One of the best things at WonderCon, or any.
But wait, tell us a little bit more about Batman Ninja. I know you did your 5 for 5.
Okay.
But that wasn't really a general review. Because you had to really dig, right?
Yeah. I'm not a huge anime fan, and which is weird. I lived in Japan for 6 years, so you'd think it probably just kind of.
No, that doesn't mean anything. You live in America. Do you like cowboy films?
I do actually.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
I love cowboy films, John Wayne and all those. But yeah, so I'm not really a big anime fan, and I'm not one to. I don't like a lot of crossover Elseworld stuff.
Oh, like steampunk?
I don't like steampunk. And they had that hashtag show send me to, ironically, a steampunk Batman film earlier this year, and now it's an anime film. So I like Batman as Batman was created. I really.
You don't like different iterations of him?
Yeah, no, I don't like steampunk Batman. It's just not my thing. Or samurai. Ninja. It's Ronin samurai. It wasn't really a ninja. He was a ninja for like a split second. So it's like the whole title is Batman Ninja, but he's a ninja for a split second. And it was just so out there. There's like Transformers, and it was just really out there.
Okay.
But I mean, if you're under certain medicines or you may enjoy it. So yeah.
We don't recommend. Yeah, release the Snyder cut of Batman Ninja. Guys, I cannot believe that's still a thing. What just happened recently on Twitter? Okay, I'm not going to say people are crazy, but it's funny because this is the same thing that happens in Justice League, right? Everybody hates Zack Snyder. They're like, you ruined Superman. Oh my gosh, what is with you in the same color palette? Oh, get off my, Superman Batman film.
Did that go?
Okay, so he gets fired off of Justice League, right? Superman. They put him in trial in Batman v Superman, okay? They hate the guy. He's an alien. Get off my planet. Whatever.
Get off my planet.
He dies at the end of BVS. Spoiler alert. Get over it. Okay. Come at the end of Justice League. Everyone's like, release the Snyder cut. Oh my God. Come in the movie of Justice League, Batman's crying over Superman, and so is the whole world for no reason. Does everyone forget how they persecuted Superman? I'm just saying, art imitates life.
Hashtag Miggy Rants.
Climbing off my soapbox.
Where did that come from?
Because I'm a Zack Snyder apologist. Okay, and it's
Zack Snyder,
it's funny. This is hilarious to me that everyone's like, release the Snyder cut. And I'm like, release the Snyder cut too.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry. That wasn't to you, Anna. I was just saying in general.
Why? What did you say?
No, she was like hashtag Snyder cut, question mark, laughy emoji.
Yeah, I liked some of stuff.
It's the tequila. This is tequila. When I first started drinking tequila when I turned 21, it used to make me cry the next day. I used to have, oh my God, the emotions were crazy.
For tequila?
Yeah.
Tequila fucks me up. I definitely not my favorite. Josh knows.
I love it though.
Tequila is probably the...
Josh will not drink his birthday tequila or eat his birthday cupcakes. He's going to get bad birthday juju.
Josh, and make him drink his tequila because it is, I don't know.
All right, so go ahead. What do you have coming up next for the fans there?
So, one of the big things at conventions, any convention, is cosplay.
No one can see my cool Rocky and Mr. T shirt.
Well, you got out of focus. Sit down.
Oh.
Yeah, it's trying to focus on their faces or something.
I know, I got crazy. Wait, there it is.
Stop doing that.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Okay. What are you showing next?
So one of the big things at cons is cosplay. We didn't get to spend a lot of time outside of the convention because if you guys don't know, most of the cosplayers don't actually buy tickets to conventions, so they'll hang out outside of the convention. So,
but they can't really do that anymore in WonderCon.
Yeah.
No, don't. Hey.
Yeah. Sorry. And so, yeah, they were just hanging out. No one was inside the convention. So, we're gonna talk about some of the coolest cosplays I saw.
Okay.
At WonderCon, and I deliberately put their names in there because these people.
So people can follow them. Yeah.
So the first guy over here to the left, this guy's name is Vincent_WK, and his Arkham Knight cosplay was amazing. I don't know if have you played Arkham Knight?
I have not. I played Arkham City.
Arkham Knight. Arkham City is better than Arkham.
So is it the Batman we're supposed to focus on, or the guy stepping on Batman?
Yeah. So
okay.
That's Jason Todd's character in the video games. Jason Todd wasn't the Red Hood first; he was Arkham Knight. Then he turned into the Red Hood. And then here is this guy is actually one of my buddies. He's New Element Studios, and he's T'Chaka. T'Challa's father.
Yeah,
which is cool because I mean, everybody's doing. There's tons of T'Challas at.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see a lot.
They even had a Andy Serkis's character. He was
Claw.
Yeah.
Ulysses Claw. I didn't see.
This other one, FJ.
I really like that.
Freaking Apocalypse.
Now that's Apocalypse, Fox.
Apocalypse.
That is Apocalypse. How dare you do that to Oscar Isaacs like that?
What do you?
He's an upstanding gentleman.
Another one that I saw that I really.
Okay, I think me, Josh, and Marco saw this thing walking through the lobby of the Hilton.
Really?
And I really wish I had my phone out.
My shit. This guy, he's a Nerd Alert cosplay, and he did Soundwave. And if you actually go to his Instagram and you look at some of his stuff is great. He has some really awesome costumes, and most of the time, a lot of these cosplayers don't get a lot of views because they're not half naked.
All the shade.
Yeah. And then, well, these next two, I met these two at a convention called Anime Impulse, and their dad is like, he makes all their costumes. He's the nicest dude, and they're young kids and they really love it. Right now they're Quake and Squirrel Girl. Quake is actually Chloe Bennett's character from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and so that they make a lot of cool costumes. They even did some Funko.
So they do their own costumes.
Yeah. And then this other one we got to see at Masquerade.
Yes.
But we didn't see that guy in the middle.
Yes, we did.
The guy with the... No, I mean, he wasn't in the Masquerade.
Yes, he was.
He was?
I don't think you could see his face. You just saw, like, the screen thing on the top.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it was a Fifth Element group, which was freaking awesome.
That was, like, the crowd favorite.
As soon as that blue chick, the opera singer came out, I was losing my shit.
Okay, I admit I did not see the film, so when he started losing his shit and, like, Keith was like, oh, my God, and so I was just like...
everybody, probably except for Marco, he was asleep, but everybody was losing their shit.
Marco is hilarious. So I told these fools that the Masquerade, I warned them, I was like, this is not a party. This is not a masquerade where we wear a mask and party. This is a cosplay sketch competition. And
I knew it, because you dragged me to that San Diego one was... I was like, what the fuck? Why does everybody have a lightsaber? Why does Elf have a lightsaber? Oh my god,
yeah. Star Wars always overtakes, but I love going to these things. I love sitting in the back and judging.
Have you never seen Fifth Element, really?
I have never seen Fifth Element. I'm sorry.
Oh my god,
I know it's one of those cult class. I mean, I just saw Reservoir Dogs last year, so.
Oh my god, you're gonna love Fifth Element. And Gary Oldman's in it?
Gary Oldman's pretty questionable, but I will go for Chris Tucker and Mila Jovovich.
How about Bruce Willis?
Even though he is a Jersey boy, so. Yeah. But yeah, no, they were a great group.
Oh, damn it, what happened?
Oh my god, we blacked out! Oh, we're back.
These three are...
Oh my god, that's so cute!
So the
cosplay parents! I'm gonna join them right now.
I saw them. They've been cosplaying for... I've seen them at... What was it, LA Comic-Con?
Mm-hmm. Kamikaze?
Yeah, and if you go to their Instagram page, they go all out.
Really?
Like,
I'm
Disney
following them right now.
Like, it's amazing. It's amazing.
They're cute. So that's Steve Trevor and Wonder Woman?
Yeah, they have so many more. So many more. And then this guy, Snoochie Booch cosplay, he...
Snoochie Booch. That's America's Next Top Model thing.
No, Snoochie Boochies.
Oh, I've seen these two.
Yeah. Snoochie Boochies is a Jay and Silent Bob thing. He's dressed as either the Injustice Deathstroke or the Joe from the end of Justice League.
Yes.
So it looks cool. And then, of course, one of my favorite films last year was It.
So.
Joe what?
Joe Manganiello. Mangioli. Mangioli.
That's it.
Torrentini.
I don't know. I think the It cosplayer that you saw at ALA was a little bit more... I mean, I don't want to say more impressive, but I did, like...
No, the cool thing about this one is when you're actually there and you're up close, there's... Like in the makeup, there's a lot of cracks in their head, and which is like... It was exactly like the film. There is one more cosplayer that I couldn't find a good picture of, but it was this cosplayer dressed as Samara from The Ring.
Yeah.
And she was just posted up outside the convention center, just crawling out of the TV every once in a while. So
Yeah, I didn't see that.
She'd crawl out of the TV, and then she'd come back. Crawl out of the TV and come back. I was like, man, that must be tiring, just fitting yourself into like a big screen TV like that.
So Layla says, hashtag cookie face is shady. Stop! My ear is sensitive!
Oh, remember what happened last time. If you mess up your ears, she's... Okay, so do you want to go to... I'm going to change the subject. Do you want to go to the bracket now?
Let's go to the brackets. Wait, do you have another interview?
Oh.
Let's do our last Batman Ninjas interview. Then we're going to go to the bracket and Skype call. So be ready.
Get your brackets out, and when you guys call in, you just let us know.
Yes.
Who won your bracket?
Also, let us know what you...
Hey guys, Jezza here with that hashtag show, and we're here at the red carpet of Batman Ninja. It's a anime Batman, and today we're gonna interview some of the cast. So we're here with Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, but he played Penguin in this film.
I did, and I'm here with Jezzer, baby. I was Penguin.
Yeah, what drew you to this project, like, immediately?
Well, generally the word no is not in my vocabulary. I got kids that got to go to college, but and I love doing the Penguin. I've done it in other iterations of Batman, so I love doing the Penguin. I just love that character. I kind of like the more D-list benchwarmer villains.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and superheroes. Like I always kind of like the kind of B-list, C-list guys.
And Penguin's not a... He's a pretty big
B?
villain. Huh? He's a B-list.
I'm on the P-list for Penguin. But it's I just love doing him. It's a fun performance to be able to do, and I always like the way that he works with and against the other characters. And I like the backstory that like the Cobblepots used to be the Waynes.
Yes.
They used to be all that. They like the Colbys on Dallas. They used to be the Kennedys of Gotham, and then fell from grace, and now he's kind of this tattered.
You have created these iconic characters just with your voice itself. Is there a character that either exists now or hasn't been brought to life that you would love to just like lend your voice to and just bring new life to?
Oh, wow. Man, there's so many. I mean, I've gotten to be Bullwinkle and Popeye, which were those are my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
So I feel like it would be greedy of me to want more.
Yeah. No, it's what intrigued you most about this movie?
The fact that this is that it was going to be anime style, and that not only that, but they had gotten my favorite character designer in Japan, and B that DC let them do what they wanted. Like I would just assume with a property like Batman, they're like, okay, well you can do it, but Batman's not allowed to do this, and he can't do this, and he can't say that, and the Joker can't do this, and whatever. But they were just like, no, just do it the way you guys would do it. It was the smartest decision of all.
So many different things. What was your favorite part?
Man, there's so many. Like, I don't want to. Without spoiling anything, the film is like starts crazy, and then it gets crazier, and you think it couldn't possibly get any crazier. They couldn't possibly be going where I think. Wow, they just went there, and it just tops out, its level of insanity, and I think. Like when that moment hits, that was when the audience just started cheering because I don't think anybody thought that it was going to go there.
Were you in the arena when they was playing?
Yeah. I had already watched the film, but I was so excited to see it with an audience and to get the immediate reaction that I had to watch it again in the theater. And people were laughing at the right places and cheering at the right places, and I could not be happier.
When the film started up and all the Robins were with Batman, they had mentioned that Red Hood was off on a mission. I was really excited to see what character design they would do with Red Hood. When you first saw the character design, what was your initial reaction for it?
I loved it. I love that, and I love that when you're introduced to Red Hood, they switch to a totally different style of animation that's only for that segment.
Yes.
That is, it's crazy and beautiful, like a painting, like a moving painting. One of the things that really took me about the design for Red Hood, and then also it really informed my character choice for Red Hood, was that Bob Okazaki also worked on Afro Samurai, and I got to play a character on Afro Samurai who was also had like a helmet and you couldn't see his face. So I felt like it was somehow okay to let to bring that character back a little bit into my Red Hood. So I I kind of cribbed from an old Okazaki joint.
You guys, you're kind of like, hey, let's do this. Let's bring him back.
And I emailed Bob. I hadn't spoken to Bob in a long time, but when I finally showed up and saw that they were his designs, I emailed him later, and he's like, "Who are you playing?" And I told him, and I'm like, "I get to play another Kuma, basically, with the Eddies." He was so excited. Yeah.
Again, being a voiceover artist, I mainly voice a lot of cartoony stuff. So to be able to be a part of something that was a little bit more serious in tone, has a lot more grit to it, was a dream come true for me. As a child, watching Batman or reading Batman comics, all of the gadgets and vehicles, and the spoiler alert, Bat mech suit, yeah.
I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. I want that as a toy. You know what I mean? They had the classic Batmobile, the Batwing, Batcycle, but the Bat mech suit was pretty badass.
Over the weekend, we saw the trailer for the new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
How excited are you about this?
This year has been kind of insane for me, and I mean, Ninja Turtles, and then the same day that they dropped the Ninja Turtles trailer, they had the premiere for Muppet Babies, and I also do Baby Fozzie on that show. So it's been quite the year for icons, you could say, and I don't know what I did in a past life to get to where I am now, but I thank my lucky stars every day.
And right, Master Splinter.
Yes.
I am a very big fan of this.
Yeah.
So from Tiger Claw to Splinter, it's just amazing that you get to continue this journey with the Ninja Turtles. So
I would love to see a scene where Tiger Claw and Splinter in this version talk. That would be insane.
how would that go? If you were to do it, how would that go?
Talk about being a two-face. Yeah.
Well, Master Splinter, I made him small and squishy, but Tiger Claw, very tall and strong.
So there's a difference there.
Yeah, there is.
And I made sure, because I know that there are diehard fans out there that pay attention to detail. You can't slip anything by them. So it was a challenge, but a challenge that I was willing to accept.
Now, we saw with Batman, he had a little bit of a hard time adjusting to this Elseworld feudal Japan era with his gadgets and everything. If you were to place Batman in another time period, where would you like to place him?
Wow, that's interesting. I think I would do something similar. Again, we would go let's say, medieval. Something that'd be interesting. Medieval Europe would be interesting to see him. Because again, anytime you get a chance to have him not be able to rely on his gadgets and his technology, I think it creates a very sort of interesting, kind of sort of conundrum for him. So yeah, maybe medieval Europe. What do you think?
That's a really great idea. Now, DC is coming out with his streaming service. Will you be jumping on to any future projects with them as Batman again?
That, if I was or was not, I probably couldn't say. But no, I know that there's a couple different things that I'm working with that might be on that streaming service at some point. But yeah, it's we always sign our NDAs and that kind of thing and can't really talk about it. It's like, I would always jump at the chance to do anything with Batman ever again, obviously.
Now, where did you draw your inspiration for this Joker? Did you take from other iterations of Joker, or you created a new one for this?
I don't know. I've been asked that question about kind of getting to this Joker. I think I really wanted to play into his lasciviousness and just this, I don't know, he's just super dark. Because, obviously Mark Hamill did it and just did such a great job. Just kind of wanting to get a little more... I say crazy, but he's already insane. I think lascivious was kind of the word I kept thinking about.
If you could place the Joker in another time period, where would you place him in and why?
Oh, that's a great question. I would place the Joker in, I would say kind of the 1940s in kind of some kind of circus act, like a traveling circus act.
That's awesome. Yeah. One more question. I just watched Love, Simon. That was a great film. How important was it for you to be part of a film like this that's so important to the LGBTQ community?
Yeah, sure. Love, Simon was a real honor to do, and I think my thing with that is I think there's a lot of kids out there who feel isolated and their stories aren't told, and I just love that they hopefully have the freedom to be honest and have the support that they need.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thanks, man. Nice meeting you.
Hey, we're back.
And we are back.
We're back.
How did it feel interviewing Tony Hale and friends?
Pretty cool, because I love Chuck and he was on a season of Chuck, and then they killed him off. I didn't ask him about Chuck. I should have asked him about Chuck.
Should have.
Yeah.
Should have. Okay, so it is the end of March Madness, the final day. So we are going to do the Disney Pixar bracket. So I think we're gonna go down round one. Okay.
Round one.
So is that on either side? Round one.
You can choose either side. So one side is Disney and one side is Pixar.
Okay, so we'll do each side, and then we're going to take Skype calls, and then you're going to give us your opinions, whether you agree or not. Then we're going to do round 2, round 3. So this should take about 10 minutes. Okay?
Left or right first?
We'll start with the left.
Okay, definitely.
Okay.
Hands down, it's Lion King.
Yes, I'm going to agree. It is the Lion King.
We're not even going to debate that.
No. Against Tarzan? No. I barely remember that movie.
Princess and the Frog or Lilo and Stitch? For me, it's Lilo and Stitch.
I would say... Oh, I didn't see Princess and the Frog, but I didn't like Lilo and Stitch.
You didn't? Why not?
Because it was stupid.
Ohana means baby.
Yeah, I don't like those cutesy little alien things just trying to be cutesy.
How do you want to choose which one?
So because I hated it, I'm going to go with the Princess and the Frog.
Okay. Josh, Lilo and Stitch or Princess and the Frog?
I haven't seen either one.
How about we put that as a question mark, and then our Skype callers can break that tie.
Mark.
That is a tie right there.
Okay. Big Hero 6? Oh, wait. Tangled or Big Hero 6? I'm going to go with Big Hero 6.
I didn't see either of those films. But I like a big... I'm so terrible at Disney. If you guys didn't see the video that aired on Bibbidi Bobbidi News,
oh, yes. If you guys
with the Disney Music Challenge, I was terrible.
You guys need to watch it. It's hilarious.
Do not put me on your Disney trivia team because it's not going to end well.
Disney stuff.
I like big marshmallow men looking things, so I will pick Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6.
Yes.
All right. Frozen or Moana?
Oh, Moana. Frozen. Oh my, the most overrated movie of all time.
But you don't like that snowman?
Nope.
No, okay, I'm gonna.
I've seen Jack Frost is a better snowman than that
you
thing.
know, The Rock, so you can't beat The Rock. So Moana, Aladdin or Hercules? Aladdin, unless you have any objections to that. Aladdin is awesome.
Is it awesome?
Yeah, it's got Robin Williams.
Yeah, but it's like an animated form.
Yeah, but
all right, I'm gonna go for Aladdin.
Yes.
Hercules was better with Kevin Sorbo.
If you guys don't know, you're too young. Little Mermaid or Pocahontas?
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas?
I'm tired of white little German mermaids.
Alright, we'll give you that.
Danish mermaids. No.
I'll give you Poco.
Mulan,
yeah. Zootopia is too heavy-handed on the.
Wait, you just saw this in Zootopia. You went.
Is he really?
Not too late.
I didn't see Zootopia.
He's the bull. He's the police captain.
But he's like the evil police captain.
He's a good guy.
Oh.
Beauty and the Beast or.
It's like breezing past.
Beauty and the Beast or Nightmare.
Nightmare.
I'm gonna say Beauty and the Beast.
No.
What do you guys think?
I've never seen that movie.
I'm not really, huh?
You've never seen Nightmare Before Christmas or Toy Story?
You haven't seen half of these movies.
No. These are cult classics.
Blackout. We can't talk to people.
Well, it's Joe. Everyone knows who Joe is.
What do you guys? So what do you think?
We have to have a night of movie watching with Joe. He hasn't seen Toy Story.
You haven't seen Fifth Element.
Okay. Oh my God.
How could you be?
He hasn't seen it either.
What? Okay. Beauty and Beast or
why Beauty and the Beast over Nightmare Before Christmas?
Okay.
Yes, but it's not on the bracket.
Because the music is great and freaking I don't know. It's
okay, Matt Damon as Green Lantern.
Hey, wow.
I'm melting down.
I'll give you that one too. We'll give you Nightmare. Let's give you Nightmare. All right, next, Brave or Up? I'm gonna go for Up.
Oh my, Up ruined my life for a whole week.
A whole week?
I kept crying every time I thought about that movie.
So needless to say, it hits you. So I mean,
yes, it's Up.
It's definitely Up.
Oh my God.
Toy Story 1 or 2?
Ooh, Toy Story 1.
Toy Story 1?
I didn't really like Jessie. It was so forced and put on. I don't know.
I mean, they're both great, but Toy Story 1 is the first. So yeah.
It was just pretty innovative.
Yeah. Coco or Cars? I'm gonna go with Coco.
I haven't seen Coco, but it seems like so overrated, so I'm gonna go with Cars.
Cars does not make any sense to me. Like,
fine, I'll give you Coco since you gave me Nightmare.
I give you 2 actually.
Plus, the chat might be like, "Ooh, Coco."
Yeah. this one is also an easy one. Toy Story 3 or The Good Dinosaur? Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3.
Get out of here, Good
Everything
Dinosaur.
Toy Story.
Get out of here. Ratatouille or Bug's Life? I'm going with A Bug's Life.
Ratatouille.
What?
Oh, Bug's Life.
Bug's
The
Life.
rip off of a
No,
Ant's
no.
Life or whatever.
What?
Ants.
No, Ants came after A Bug's Life.
I guess A Bug's Life was better than Ants, but it was not better than Ratatouille.
What are you talking about? If you watch A Bug's
Chat,
Life now,
please chime in.
we'll give that a question mark.
Fine, I get a question mark for our Skype caller.
Nemo or Inside Out? Inside Out. Nemo.
You know what? Oh God. Oh, Finding Nemo. I haven't seen Inside Out, but I like the little Nemo character because he's cute. It's a little clownfish.
Monsters Inc. or Monsters Inc.
Okay, because he's gonna decide for us.
Cars. Incredibles or Wall-E? Incredibles.
Wall-E.
Josh, Incredibles or
I like robots, so I'm picking Wall-E. No.
He's the thing. All right, so that's the first round. So we're gonna.
All right, we're taking Skype calls
For the first round.
And guess what?
What?
The powers that be says ants actually came out first.
Really? But which one was better? Ask them that. I'm pretty sure.
I barely remember, but I do remember thinking The Bug's Life was better.
A Bug's Life was better. If you watch it, it's actually very relevant to the time.
2 minutes. 2 minutes for our first Skype caller. We move on to round two. Round two.
We still need to debate some of these question marks, though. Or 2 of these question marks.
What's the question marks?
We have between Lilo and Stitch and Princess and the Frog.
Okay.
And Bug's Life and Ratatouille.
I'm not gonna budge on the Bug's Life Ratatouille thing, but I'll give you the other.
Oh, it's Cat.
We've got Cat.
All right, Kat. Before we dive into what you chose for your first round, you gotta help us out with Princess and the Frog and Lilo and Stitch. Which one do you choose?
Oh, that's Lilo and Stitch easily.
Lilo and Stitch.
Easily.
It's great. All right. The next one we have is A Bug's Life or Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. I love Bug's Life. Ratatouille is my thing.
Yes.
I guess that's.
Thank you for calling in and being the deciding factor.
Do you debate any of the stuff that we did choose for the first round?
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
I kind of have to because there's at least 2 you picked that I'm like, why?
They cannot see that. They can't see what you're doing.
Alright, 1, I would pick Wall-E over Incredibles any day.
Yes, Wall-E.
Okay. Hold on, Layla. We'll call you back as soon as we're done. Yeah. And is that the only one?
Nope. That's not the only one.
What's the other one?
All right, one more. Let us know one more.
Then we gotta go to the next call.
Okay. I do hate you guys picking Pocahontas over Little Mermaid. You guys do not know me, but Little Mermaid was and still is my favorite movie of all time.
I gave that one to you.
I do have to say that Ursula's song's pretty bomb.
And then
when she's taking away her
Rebel
voice.
Wilson did Ursula, and that when they did.
I don't care about what Rebel Wilson did. I'm talking about the old school classic animated film.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Kat, for that. We're going to move on to
round 2.
Round 2, unless Layla calls right now.
We're gonna just have her on the call while we're doing round 2.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll call Layla, and then we'll have you on the call.
No, we're not gonna sit on the call with her.
Oh well, okay. So all right, so going back to the left, we have Lion King and Lilo and Stitch. Lion King.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we're second round.
Lion King versus Lilo and Stitch.
Yes.
Lion King.
That's what I'm saying. Why'd you stop me from that?
I don't know. I have to make sure you're doing things right.
All right. So after that, we have Big Hero 6 or Moana.
Moana.
Aladdin or Pocahontas.
Ooh.
I'm saying Aladdin still. I'm going with Aladdin. Oh, Tony.
Yes, definitely take Tony.
We'll get you
She's on BBN, right?
Yeah, she's the winner. She won.
She did win. Wait, that's a spoiler.
It's out already.
Big Hero 6 or Moana?
Wait, what?
Moana.
What is going on?
Why is there playback on our own voices?
Pocahontas.
Tony, you have to turn off your computer sound, I think.
You turn off your computer sound.
But what's going on?
Sorry, guys.
Don't do this to us.
My voice sounded different.
My bad.
Okay, so we're at.
Wait, first off, why did you call? She might have an opinion on round one.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, the only thing that I have, like, really, really strong feelings about so far is Lilo and Stitch.
Oh.
Listen, Princess and the Frog, they had one concept for Princess and the Frog. Originally, she was supposed to be a jazz singer. The whole movie was supposed to be this homage to jazz. That's why there's so many strong influences in that, especially in those intro scenes. Mm-hmm. But people specifically from the Black community, they felt like that somehow was a stereotype to just go ahead and just make, because this was their first Black princess. So they got a lot of flack for that decision. They rewrote a lot while they had already done a lot of progress on the film. That movie is literally half rewrite. So there's a lot of good things in Princess and the Frog, but ultimately it's like a lot of shitty animation films. They just ran out of time and money, so...
Well, I mean, if you're putting it up against Lion King, I mean, Lion King is just...
Oh, yeah, but I'd still pick Lilo and Stitch over Lion King.
Okay. Right. And Lilo and Stitch over Princess and the Frog?
All day, every day.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're at Aladdin and Pocahontas.
I still think you guys should have picked Little Mermaid over Pocahontas.
What?
But,
that's what I was saying.
Yes.
Why? Okay, well, what about Little Mermaid over Aladdin?
Aladdin still wins. Aladdin is the best of the Disney.
So then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter then.
Aladdin it is.
I don't know. I'll give it to you guys.
While you're still on it, we got Mulan or Nightmare Before Christmas?
No, I love Mulan though.
Mulan is...
I'm going to pick Nightmare. The world building that happens in that movie is just bar none from any of these other movies, even more than I would say Lilo and Stitch, which is honestly, Nightmare Before Christmas wins my end of that bracket.
Okay.
And then for it to go up against Lilo and Stitch, I had to really, I had to wonder about that one. But I honestly, Lilo and Stitch wins out the entire bracket for me.
Okay, relax. This is the part where you get hung up on.
I was with you for a little bit and then we lost you.
Sorry.
Right. So
I am biased. That is my favorite, my own personal favorite.
My God.
For that bracket, I'm picking Mulan. What are you choosing? Mulan or Nightmare on Elm?
Nightmare.
Yeah, I mean Tim Burton has to win out every time.
Oh yeah,
God, I'm going for Nightmare.
What do you guys think?
Joe doesn't have a pick because he never seen Nightmare.
No.
How does that happen?
You haven't seen. He hasn't seen Mulan either.
Okay.
What?
Well,
Wait. Are you telling me Joe has never seen Mulan?
Or Toy Story?
Or Toy Story.
I have been to karaoke with Joe twice now. Every single time he wants to sing that damn Mulan song.
He does. That or the Backstreet Boys song.
He just likes that song. So we're
Be a Man.
It seems like a general consensus. We're gonna push Nightmare to the next round. Let's see.
Layla says Mulan.
Mulan. Yeah, I'm going
Mulan's good. I just don't think
the boss way that she took off her makeup. I mean, come on, no woman can do that. Okay.
There was no cold cream involved. She's full of shit. That just has to be really weak cosmetics. Okay.
All right, Tony. Thanks for
Thank
your
you,
input.
Tony.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, let's go to the.
Are we on round 3?
We're on there.
All right, hurry up. I think my sister's having her baby or something.
Really?
What? Really? Down to those 3?
Yep. There's 4: Lion King, Moana, Aladdin, and Nightmare.
Okay.
We have Up versus Toy Story 1.
That's so tough. Josh?
That scene where
Up or Toy Story 1?
I say.
Up has a lot of heart in it.
As far as like character development, Up.
I will say Up. It has more heart than Toy Story 1 because it's just like what's his face bitching the entire time.
It's nothing against Toy Story 1. It's just
it's just like Woody complaining the entire time.
It's just like being replaced.
Yeah, spiteful.
Coco or Toy Story 3? I would say Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3. Toy Story. You haven't seen Toy Story.
Toy Story 3. Josh, Toy Story?
I haven't seen either.
I'm going with Toy Story 3. We're pushing that.
Oh my
We're
god.
pushing
We have
Toy-
to have such a movie marathon in this
yes, we
place.
do. All right, so
Also, Mom and Dad is out.
Mom and Dad?
Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad? Ratatouille or Nemo? I'm going with Nemo.
Ratatouille.
You guys?
Oh, I saw Nemo, but I fell asleep 3 times.
There you go. That's an indicator.
So we're at a let's see.
Are you gonna call Layla back?
To the
Layla,
she
we
did-
are calling
she
you.
She did call a few times. Layla, are
We
you
need
there?
a tiebreaker.
Hey guys.
Hi.
We need your help, okay? So we're stuck at Ratatouille and Nemo. What do you think?
Ratatouille, hands down.
Oh.
Yes. Thank you.
I've never seen Ratatouille. That's why I'm not.
Oh my
But,
god.
if you guys keep pushing for that,
I would tell you, I hate rats. I hate them. But I like Master Splinter and Ratatouille.
Master Splinter and Ratatouille. Yes.
No, I don't like
All right.
Mickey that much.
All right. For the next one, we got
I'll see as a mouse.
Monsters and Incredibles. I'm gonna go with
Monsters,
Incredibles.
Inc.?
Yeah, Monsters Inc.
Oh, Incredibles.
Incredibles. What do you think, Layla?
I love solely Monsters Inc.
Okay, so what did you choose?
Incredibles.
Monsters Inc.
Okay.
Monsters Inc. I
Alright.
barely remember that film.
Monsters Inc. I liked the second one more than I liked the first one. That's the thing. Monsters University more than I liked Monsters Inc. I don't know why.
Interesting.
So you chose Incredibles?
I did choose Incredibles.
All right, it's 2 against 1. Sorry, Layla.
What do you think about, what was the big debate? Aladdin and what?
Oh,
Was Aladdin and Mulan? Wait, was it? Nightmare.
Nightmare and Mulan. What do you think, Layla?
Move on. What type of question is that?
That was a good. So I think, like, how many did Nightmare? How many did Mulan? I like Mulan.
I liked Nightmare.
Yeah.
Over Mulan.
But Nightmare was more innovative, though, because it was like claymation.
That's true, but the story about Mulan, you know, it's
Like a cross-dresser?
not a cross-dresser, just around.
No, I know.
So I mean, what do you guys think, Josh? What do you think, Mulan or Nightmare? Still.
Well, we made our decision.
Yeah.
We just wanted their opinion.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Layla. We might call you back
We might call you
soon.
back.
We might get into dead heat here.
Sorry.
Oh my god. Sorry, Jezzer is too quick to press the end button.
Yeah, I even do that with my phone too. Sorry. All right, so next round, Lion King and Moana. I'm still going with Lion King.
Oh, Lion King.
Lion King. All right,
Lion King's probably just gonna win. Let's be honest.
I am so excited.
Or Up. Might be between
Yeah.
King
All right.
and Up.
Aladdin or Nightmare? I'm going with Aladdin.
Nightmare. I don't like Aladdin that much at all.
You don't.
You haven't seen Nightmare.
Josh,
Your
Aladdin
opinion
or
doesn't
Nightmare?
count.
Aladdin.
He hasn't seen Nightmare either.
Of course he is. Josh shops at Hot Topic. He likes Timber.
Shop at Torrid, thank you guys.
Okay, Torrid. I'm sorry.
Jeez, how big are you?
All right. Up for Toy Story 3, I'm going with.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I want to call in someone else.
Why?
Call Tony back.
Why?
This is bullshit.
For what? For Aladdin?
Aladdin over Nightmare?
3 versus 1.
He hasn't seen Nightmare. That doesn't count. We need to call someone who's seen both movies.
Aladdin is classic.
So is Nightmare.
No, not like Aladdin.
One jump ahead of the bread line. Come on, it's so good.
Oh, you have like 2 Aladdins in here.
Yeah, Aladdin.
I hate
Aladdin.
everybody.
Aladdin, we don't need to go.
It has way more iconic songs.
Yes.
It's not about the songs.
90% of Disney movies are about the songs.
Oh my god. Move on. Just move on because you're making.
Up for Toy Story 3. He hasn't seen Toy Story.
Oh, both of them are so depressing by the end.
Up didn't movie as much as Toy Story 3 did. I'm gonna be totally honest.
Are you taking that as a whole with all the Toy Story movies, or just one?
Just for 3?
No, it is a whole. Toy Story 3 is all about the entire series.
You think so?
Yeah.
So you think I can't choose?
I
just based
think
off that?
Up is very touching at the very beginning, at the very end, because he never knew that he actually got his wife's house to the mountain. And he thought all this time that he didn't, but he actually did.
Russell's like Sarah.
Yeah, and then he goes up to Russell.
I've done it. I've done it. But Toy Story 3, like, I think Toy Story 3 was one of the only.
As a whole.
Trust me, I love Toy Story 3, but the only emotional part was at the very end.
Choose, but I mean, Aren't we just? Oh, so we're not because I'm basing it just the very end. It's because it's connected to the first two. Is what you're saying?
I mean, I don't think that as a whole, Toy Story 3 was more compelling than Up. Chat, please just throw in Up or Toy Story 3. We'll skip that for now.
So what do we have left? Ratatouille and Incredibles.
Well, hold on a second. So Layla says, I don't like Toy Story 3. To me, the story was just dragged out. And okay, what's the next one?
Ratatouille and Incredibles.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
I don't really like The Incredibles just because I grew up on the Fantastic Four, so I already saw a lot of that.
Where is my super soup? All right.
Okay, Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker. I'm not Chris Tucker.
But that sounds like. Yeah, but that kind of sounds like.
Okay. So,
I didn't call him Lawrence Fishburne.
So we're stuck on Up and Toy Story 3, and you get. I mean, I did like Up.
Oh, that's it. So it's between what and what?
Oh no. So we got this bracket right here.
Okay.
It's Lion King and Aladdin going up against each other. Here we have Ratatouille versus either Up or Toy Story 3.
Oh.
Well, let's push.
Edward says Toy Story 3 is beautiful. Call Tony.
No, she can't. You gotta call a Disney expert.
She is.
She beat the BBN.
Yeah, she definitely did.
She beat the BBN team. Tony.
Yeah.
Up or Toy Story 3?
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh man. Just as a movie, right?
Yeah. Up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at the.
All right, we're going up.
Up.
So where are we at, Jezzer?
We're on the semifinals. So we got Lion King versus Aladdin. Tony, before you say anything, what do you choose?
Oh, Lion King.
It's between Lion King and who now?
Aladdin.
See, this is the hardest. This is probably the hardest.
This is not the hardest one.
This is the hardest one. But yeah.
Shit.
You said Lion King?
Lion King is Hamlet. What is Aladdin? Nothing.
Aladdin is Aladdin.
Aladdin.
No!
I'm going with Aladdin.
No! I will flip this table over if that is the final film. No. No. Chat. No.
What?
Adam Miles says Lion King. Layla says call me back for Lion King.
Call me back for Lion King. No, listen. Lion King is very good. It is very good. It's Hamlet with animals in Africa. Fantastic. Wonderful. However.
But actually, you know what? Actually, now that thinking of it.
It's the same movie as Black Panther. Let's be real.
Okay, number one, this came out like 25 years before Black Panther.
So what does that say about Black Panther?
It's a rip-off of Lion.
I think Aladdin is better just because, I mean, that's I think it's Alan Menken's best work. You got Robin Williams. I mean, they couldn't even submit.
Stop using Robin Williams as a cop-out. He does not make the entire film.
I'm sorry that he paved the way for all these other celebrity voice actors, for better or for worse. But that's why we go ahead and don't even hire voice actors anymore for Disney, because they're like, we need to go ahead and get a comedic, brilliant genius like Robin Williams. Has it always happened again? No, but.
No. Tony, you are killing Layla. The only time when I ask, why do you like Aladdin? People always say Robin Williams.
However, he's brilliant. So is Jodie Benson. So is, I mean, that movie is fantastic. It is.
The greatest thing about Aladdin is it's about this kid that thinks that everyone tells him he's not worth shit. He ain't worth shit.
Okay, that's generic trope number one.
He's not worth shit, and he doesn't, at no point in time does he believe that. And he gets to this point where he reaches...
Where he acts like a con man and lies to the lady. Okay, go ahead. Harvey Weinstein.
Wow. I was going with somewhere and you just...
Listen, this choice, I mean, you're not even talking about quality versus quality anymore. It's just a preference. My preference happens to be for Aladdin. If you went ahead and held up those movies of like, what are we going to watch today? I'm going to pick Aladdin over Lion King.
No. Lion King has quality. Lots of quality. It has an opening and a closing, a well-rounded story.
Brilliant movies. I'm not saying that one is lesser. I'm just saying that my preference is for Aladdin.
I can't. I can't even function. Like, I have to pee so bad because of how traumatized I am.
Wait, she called me thinking I was going to vote for Lion King. Is that what happened?
That's what she was like.
I thought you were going to be a sane person.
She is a sane person.
That's the whole point of these brackets. Now you're getting the best of the best. Now you can't even go ahead and debate as to which one is a lesser or better movie. Now you're just coming down to preference.
How can I trust you to be my roommate for Comic-Con now? When you like Aladdin over Lion King?
Princess and the Frog over Lilo and Stitch, okay? So already we have mutual distrust going into this cohabitation.
Down, Aladdin!
No!
Aladdin's on the board.
Aladdin's
on the board. All right. So we're down for the other side. We have Up versus Ratatouille. I'm going with Up.
Ooh! You see this Rocky shirt? This is Tony.
You're making it.
And this
stop
is me.
showing your boobs to the screen. It's making it go all crazy.
They're that fantastic.
Ratatouille or Up?
Yeah, Anna, whose bracket is this? Because it's bullshit.
Up is better.
Layla said, wait.
Huh?
Tony, I'm sorry, we're going to have to cut you real quick. Might call you back. Might.
Might. Oh, thank you.
See you later.
Call Layla.
Call Layla.
She wants to be called.
She's I see, where's the resets? Where is she at? Oh, there she is.
And then we'll get to the finals.
We got Aladdin in the finals.
No, I need him to spell Aladdin right. It's Ayadin.
Layla, what's up?
I am not happy right now, Cookie Face.
Attack the cookie face, Layla.
Go ahead. On here. What is it?
Comparing the stories, Simba had the better story.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to come on.
So Lion King hands down.
Oh, Layla, you woke
Rags
up
to Riches is the story of a young poor boy.
You're just like the song, the one song out of there, Joe.
The one song?
There's not one
A Whole
song.
New World. There's the Genie has his own song.
You've never seen that at karaoke, though.
Nobody beats Rob. I've sang A Whole New World like 2 times.
Yes, but you haven't sung the Genie
I will
song.
never sing. I haven't seen.
You never had a friend like me.
That it's iconic. Aladdin is iconic. Not saying Lion King is. Lion King is my second favorite.
The very end of that scene where he sets the genie free and he's like, "I'm gonna miss you," and it just, like when you watch it now, Aladdin is saying that to Robin Williams because he's dead. He's dead.
No, Aladdin is a fictional character. Robin Williams is a real person.
No, but just the scene, he's like.
I think that Lion King is a great movie and it deserves
Yes,
to be in the finals.
yes.
I
These
just don't think
movies,
it's better than Aladdin.
there's a reason that they do these brackets. You're gonna put really good movies up against each other, and Aladdin and Lion King are probably like Disney's top
All right,
movies.
I'm just gonna give you Aladdin because we need to end the show. Okay. Let's move on.
I'm sorry. Layla.
Thank you, Layla. Sorry. Thank you for calling in and trying to convince these fools. All right, who's in the finals?
Up and Ratatouille for that side.
Oh, Up.
So we are up against Aladdin and Up.
Up. Which I knew it was going to be Up or Lion King to win. No. Aladdin over Up. I will quit the hashtag show right now if that wins.
Huh?
Aladdin.
No.
Let's go to the chat.
We have the peanut gallery over here trying to scream Aladdin.
What's the chat say for Aladdin and Up?
Guys, Up or Aladdin? Throw us in the chat right now. Just one of those. Do 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 do
If you're on hashtag Team Joe, you will vote Aladdin.
No, get out of here with that bullshit. Are you supposed to be at a party?
I'm going to a party very soon.
All right, Larry says Aladdin.
Okay, what else?
Layla says Up.
Okay.
I also say Up.
All right.
Who do you say?
Aladdin.
I say Aladdin.
That's 3-2. Danny and Kat says, Kat, surprise, says Aladdin.
You cannot criticize their choices.
You gotta call Tony back. She's an expert, remember?
Oh yeah.
Call Tony. Josh, where are you? Aladdin or Up?
Aladdin.
No, your vote doesn't count.
we keep going back to she's not even our resident BBN expert, but she is the winner of the BBN.
Anna says Disney Infinity War.
Aladdin or Up?
Why are you guys doing this to me?
No, there's nothing to do to you because it should just be Up.
You can't force people into your decision.
This isn't sex slavery.
Oh my god, this is literally old guard versus new guard. This is terrible. Oh my god.
This is Pixar versus Disney.
It is Pixar versus Disney. Oh my god, holy shit.
So it makes sense that these two are the ones that make it to the finals.
The best of the
Just
Disney.
rip off the Band-Aid and say
Best,
Aladdin.
hey, you know what? There's a lot of movies that aren't in there, though. I didn't see Snow White, Cinderella.
Yeah, we picked the shortest bracket because we knew it was going to take this long.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Aladdin.
Okay, here's the thing.
Oh my god, here we go.
Here's the thing.
A whole new world.
I love Aladdin. I really do.
Oh no.
Yes.
But
Aladdin doesn't make me cry the way Up does.
Yes.
But only the first 10 minutes.
No, and the last 10 minutes.
Oh, no, the whole. I mean,
The one thing that you don't have me on for Up is that the dog thing is kind of stupid.
Squirrel.
Dog?
Oh, the
you mean
talking dog. That's the only con with Amp.
It's a great movie. It's one of the best movies.
yeah, and there's a reason why.
Okay, there's so many other cons with Aladdin. Cultural appropriation. That's one of them.
Here we go with cultural appropriation.
Okay, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Up versus Aladdin.
I think the emotional depth that's reached with Up is just fantastic. It's, a story about, death and moving on, and about, finding your way, when your, previous life role is just no longer there. This is about Carl Fredricksen. He is no longer able to be a husband to the love of his life, so he just feels like he's without purpose, and then moving on to something beyond that. Like, that's a great story. Yeah, I'm picking Up.
Yes, it does. Wait, so it's 3 against 3.
Okay, what did they say?
People vote.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's me and Tony for Up, and
You vote Aladdin.
Danny says Up.
Vote Aladdin.
Layla says Up. And Aladdin is you, Larry, Kat, and Danny.
And Josh.
You, Larry, Kat, Danny, and Josh. So that's 5.
How many?
So it's I don't know. So it's me, Layla, Tony.
I love both of these movies. I can't. I mean,
I can't.
That's
read.
it. That's 3.
No,
that's me.
No, and Danny.
Danny said no. At one time, Danny said Aladdin.
Danny said, look, it says Up.
No, go down. Danny said Aladdin. You can't. Where is? See? He might have been talking about the previous bracket. She's going up to like different. Wow.
So it's over. Aladdin wins.
I'm gonna pee. You close out the show.
Okay. Thanks, Tony. We're gonna say thank you for your input.
I hate this game. I hate it.
Oh, we got a new co-host.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on that amazing round of brackets. We knew that the right movie was going to win all along, and Aladdin did win.
Aladdin won.
However, the final 4, I wouldn't put me personally, Ratatouille wouldn't be in the final 4. I definitely think, though, Lion King, if realistically the final 2 should have been Lion King and Aladdin. Those are the 2 best, I think.
No,
movies.
but Lion King and Aladdin are
I know, brackets with each other. But I also think Up has a fair claim to be in that finals. And I might not have seen Toy Story, but I feel like Toy Story should have probably been in there too.
Yeah, definitely.
Man,
but
tough,
you guys are saying
tough
you
business.
guys are saying you gotta do an individual movie, not a whole franchise.
Well,
yeah.
I think the at least 3 out of the final 4 movies deserve to be there.
Yeah. All right, you guys. I think that's it for the show. Thank you for watching and sticking around, and thank you for calling in. Also, if you were watching in the Power Ranger show, please message us in Facebook your address if you want, or which comic book you want, and send us your address so we can send that comic out to you, because it's sold out all over
the world.
All over the world right now. It's
Why do you look the way you do right now?
What does that mean?
That means you were drinking a lot of tequila, weren't you?
What do I look like?
You look you have like this droopy eye effect going right now.
I don't know, man. Tequila is just not my drink. It's vodka.
I've never seen Wally. Tony said she would have picked Wally for the end of the brackets. I've never seen Wally.
Wally is very meta as far as like talking about obesity in our society.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But yeah, so that is. Oh, is she coming back? Looks like that's it for the show. We will have all those interviews and 5 for 5s uploaded to YouTube, so you can catch more of it during the week. Are you still mad?
Yes.
Why are you still
I
mad?
quit. This is my resignation.
Yeah,
You are leaving for 3 weeks, aren't you?
She said like 2 months, 3 months. So where can we find you on social media there, Migdalia?
Is my head cut off? Oh, no, I'm cool here. Twitter at Miggy Spicy. Facebook
That must
at
mean
Miggy
there's a
Spicy.
lot of headspace for the camera for you to stand up straight like that.
Yeah, this is pretty dope.
What? We're back at WonderCon. There you go.
Ooh, I like the other way because now I look like a giant.
Now you're just standing.
I like ginormous.
Yeah. So at Miggy Spicy, right?
Yes, Miggy Spicy, guys. That's the only.
Do you have any
page to
cosplays
follow.
left for 2018?
I might do something for Comic-Con.
What are you gonna do?
T'Chaka.
Such as like burgundy red hair. I might do Batgirl.
I thought you say
Are you
Sasha
keeping
Banks.
that?
No, I'm not gonna do Sasha Banks. Let's want me to do this.
Oh, this
Are
is
you-
abuse.
Are you keeping that for a while?
I'm actually I'm thinking about chopping off all my hair for my 30th.
Why?
Because my hair is so difficult to work with.
Well, like chopping off like
shaving it all?
Like Halle
Danae-
Berry.
Like Danae,
no, yeah,
Correa?
like
I
that.
have hair. My life is so rough.
Oh, stop it. You shave your hair on purpose.
Like Danae Guerrera? From
No,
Boston?
I don't want to be
I'm
bald.
gonna shave,
I don't know
I'm gonna
what's
shave my head
all
bald.
under
Well,
there.
you're doing it for Krillin.
For Krillin, yes.
You're shaving your head?
For Krillin. He's going to be Krillin.
Like, wait, who's
From
that?
Dragon Ball Z, the little guy?
I'll do Yamcha.
You'll be okay.
Or Tien. Who's the guy with the?
Oh, yeah, that would be
What are you doing that for
awesome.
Comic-Con?
Probably for Anime Expo.
Anime Expo.
Yeah, come on. You're not going to fucking Anime Expo. Get out of here.
Fuck Anime Expo.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. This has been After Dark with your villain, Jezza Reyes.
I got a new name.
The Cookie Face. Hey,
Cookie Face.
what's going on with you and Robin Chen?
Nothing.
All right, that's going to do it for us here at that hashtag show. We want to see in the comments hashtag Cookie Chan trending worldwide.
No.
Yes.
Hashtag Cookie
Please
Chan.
no.
But you can find all of us on social media. Migdalia at Miggy Spicy on all social media. Jezzer at Jezzer Zeus.
Yeah.
All
And me at Battlestar Galactica. But that's going to do it for us, guys. Thank you so much. And we will see you next week. And Happy Easter!
Happy Easter!
There should be a